Hello world, so welcome back. And so my OBS crashed in the middle of recording. But let me tell you what I'm doing. I'm working on my personal website tonight, and I am building it with Next.js and React, and I'm using Notion as my data backend. So this is my website in Notion. I want to be able to just edit things here. And I want everything to appear on my real website with my custom design. So I'm using, like I said, I'm using Next.js, but to integrate with Notion, I'm using these two tools. I'm using the Notion API worker, which is deployed to Cloudflare workers. And I'm gonna get to that, don't worry if it's not familiar. And I'm using React Notion, which is a package that will take your Notion source code and it'll render it as React components. That's pretty cool too. So I'm gonna be checking on OBS here and there, make sure it doesn't crash. So yeah, so where I am so far is I'm building this header here, and it's kind of, well, this might be a little bit boring, but if you enjoy some good old React and CSS, feel free to stick around. So I'm currently doing the logo here, so I need the dimensions of that. Let me see if I can find them. So let me see here. I got 133 and 23. So, and let's see if that worked. Okay, that worked. So now I was trying to add a mixins file to my Next.js. And I'm not sure if this will work, so we'll just try include retina. And I'm not even sure what kind of path I should specify here. But I'll just try images/logo png width and height. That didn't work. I don't think that worked. So let's see what is it trying to load. Oh, look at that. What? Why are we getting... Oh, wow, what is that? What is all this? What's this warning about? Invalid prop... Oh, what? Why is that invalid? Image URL. Okay, this is like a Rails helper here. Okay. Because I just copied that from Rails. So that was weird. But it should be fixed now. It's not yet. What does all of this mean? Oh man. Oh, here we go. There's another. And these guys are here, so I don't need them in here. Oh, look at that. That worked. All right. So now let me actually look up Next.js using image in CSS. I want to be sure that this is linked properly from Next.js. So, okay. All right. Yeah, that looks good. So it seems like I will be able to access my images pretty easily. Like I don't have to use some kind of helper or something like that. So that's good. Okay, let's get rid of this one. So we're making progress on the header. Let's do this navigation here. So let's add some links in there. This could be a separate component, I'm thinking. We'll just keep it here for now, but we'll do nav link equals props. And the props will be nothing for now. Like, we don't need any. Well, we're gonna need some props here though, right? So let's just get rid of that. And we're using TypeScript here, so everything's typed. So we'll do React FC, and here we'll do props, and we'll do title, which will be a string. For now, that'll do. I'm not gonna be worried about icons just yet. and it's fine. And we're gonna return li. And there will be a like anchor inside of that, and it will just say props the title. All right. So here we'll do nav link with title being. So let's see all these things I came up with. Like about, there'll be Twitter, there'll be apps, there'll be photos. Okay. All right, it looks starting to look good. Yes. So let's find my UL and let's do list style none. That worked. And let's do display flex. Good. Let's add some margins in between. How much would that be? Like 40 pixels. So let's do li margin right 40 pixels. Last child margin right 0. Very good. Let's tweak the font size because I'm using something pretty specific here, which is 14 pixels and medium. So let's get let's do font size 14 pixels and font weight 500. Good. The color is also something pretty specific. We're just gonna. So actually, let's do styles make sense. We're gonna add a new file called colors, and we'll do text gray. Let's do lowercase. Okay, so let's also import colors. Let's do color text gray. Good. Starting to look pretty good. So this menu up here will be nicely centered. We're gonna need some padding from the top, which will be about 60 pixels. So let's do that here in a global, or no, let's make that part of our layout. Margin top 60 pixels. Nice. Okay. So should we worry about, oh, look at that. I don't want that. Where is that coming from? No, please don't do that. Let's use none. For my text decoration, what I would prefer probably is something like slightly bit darker, but I don't want to like hard code this color, so I'm just gonna do color darken text gray by 5%, see what that does. I think that worked. It's very subtle, so you may not be able to see it. Let's try 10%. That's a little more visible. Good. That's probably pretty much what I was going for. And there's one more thing that I do for every hover effect that I typically do is I do transform color barely noticeable. Sorry, transition. So I use barely noticeable transition time. 50 milliseconds. You will not notice, but it is there. Okay. The big logo could also use the hover effect, but I'm not going to be worried about that just yet because that would be a little bit complicated. I'm going to make sure they're aligned though. Okay. So one thing we could do here is we could link Twitter because that's pretty easy part. So here I'm going to add external, and that will be like the external link, but this is optional. So let's just do something like this. If we have props that actually let me get my props out of here. Title external. So external. Okay, so if there's an external link, so if there's an, oh, come on, don't like that. If there's an external link, we'll just link right to that. Still be href to the external link. And we'll also do, what is it called? Target blank. Perfect. So here for my Twitter, we'll do like external link over to my Twitter. So now if you click here, there will be a new window going to my Twitter, which is currently being blocked through focus light. So I'm not going to show you what my Twitter looks like at the moment, but it is there. Okay, so that's my Twitter. That was easy. Now, these top sections will be taken like from my, they'll be taken from like some top level pages in Notion, but I don't know yet how to do that, so I'm gonna skip that for now, and I'm gonna focus on blog. Let's continue with this design. Let's do this nice header for myself. So that'll be, actually that should not be part of the layout. That should be part of my index page. So, but also, ooh, what is all this stuff? What is head? Okay, so a head is a Next.js element, and it moves all these things into the like meta sections of your page. So I'm just gonna change my title. It's gonna be focus mark, personal, like focus mark, and my name. That's pretty cool. So if you want to know, like focus mark is gonna be kind of like my trademark or whatever. It's because of all the apps that I make. I have like focus light. I got focus list. I think that's all the focus apps I have. I have Tomato 2 also, but you know, that doesn't have focus in it. But I think I like focus mark because like it's gonna be one umbrella site for all the things that I do. I'm happy with that. So let's continue with this nice header. Let's do, we'll do a component. We're gonna call it. Now, how do you type? Because I typically use camel case for my file names, and Next.js seems to use dash case. Let's just find some example Next.js app. Components. They use camel case too, so I'm gonna switch to camel case because I prefer that. Maybe for pages it makes sense to use dash case, right? But for components, I think camel case is better. So we'll do that. Expose, yes, please. Yes. It seems to be complaining. Well, VS Code seems to be complaining, so I'll just restart that. Okay, is it done complaining? Looks like it. All right, so we'll add a new component. Oh, this should also be camel case then. Okay, so we're gonna add a about me.tsx, and we're gonna add about me.module.css. Okay, so I actually have something to get it quickly, except that this will be about me.module.css. Is this how you do it? Yeah, that's how you do it. And oh, but this is a little bit different, so just import styles. Okay, good. So my about me component, let's try using it here. We'll just do, so we get the, oh, it won't be in the layout, it will be in the index, so we'll do it here. Actually, it will be outside of this main element. We'll just do about me right here. Was it imported? Yep. Okay. Here we go. Here's and also let's just comment out this main section for now because it's a little bit confusing. Here's about me. Very cool. So about me. Let's take a look at that. About me. There's gonna be a few things about it. The width of it will not be 1000 pixels like before, but this one will be like 750. Should we agree on that? Yeah, let's agree on 750 pixels, margin auto, and you can tell we're not really doing anything about responsive yet because we're just playing for now, so let's not worry about that. So we'll do h2. I will say something like my name, and there will be a short description, like little about me section. So this is what I do. Let's get rid of that, make sure this is nice. So I'm front-end, okay, and then, okay, so these apps, for now, we're gonna link them into their official websites, but later they could link back to a page on this site. So we'll do, actually let's close this for a sec. We'll do HTTPS focus lighted app, and we'll do href HTTPS tomato2.app. Nice. And we'll do target blank. We'll do the same thing here. Cool. Oh, very cool, very cool. So that's starting to look the way it's supposed to. Let's get about me.module as CSS and let's style it a little bit. So what should we do here? First of all, we're gonna need some margin on the top. But I'm thinking, should that be part of the layout or should that be part of my index page? I'm thinking it should be part of the layout because layout should define the distance here. Whoa, strange bug. So layout should be like, okay, we should have 100 pixels below the header. So let's open layout again and let's find our header. Here's the header, and let's add some margin there. So let's do it here, margin bottom 100 pixels. Very cool. All right, now we can go back to about me. Let's actually get this split. We're gonna style the text. Oh, we need to get my picture. I'm not yet decided on this picture, but it might work. So let's actually get this exported. Let's call it avatar and let's make it exportable and let's use JPG and let's do 3 sizes exported. So it should be now somewhere there. It should be called avatar. Very good. Let's copy it here. Yep. Let's see if I look good. Yep, I look good here. I look good here too. Is this transparent? Oh, the other ones are PNGs. That's not what I wanted. Why? Oh, here we go. You have to configure them like that. So let's do that again. Move here, avatar. Let me check the sizes. Okay, the sizes are good enough. They're not great. They're not terrible. So let's now. So how do we do this? We could either do it through CSS or we could just include it in the HTML. We'll get to that. First, we need to set up a flex box. So we'll do like about on the left, and we'll do image on the right. Let's use image for now. Let's do src images slash about the was it avatar, the JPG. So yep, that was it. Let me get a display flex to make it look the way it's supposed to. You can see now that this image is being, it's shrinking. So we'll do dot image and we'll do flex 0, 0. Let's see what the size of the image should be. That should be 175, so 175 pixels. Okay, looks good now. One more thing, the image should have the source set attribute to get retina images. So how do we do that? Source set. Not really. I just want to. Okay, here we go. That's what we need. So this is for the retina thing. So we'll do source set equals. We'll do avatar at 2 for 2 times, and we'll do avatar at 3 for 3 times. So what is the issue here? We do not know that property. Can we say, yep, okay. So this should work on Retina. I'm not gonna test it now. I'm gonna test it later on the MacBook screen, which is currently closed. I'm gonna continue styling this guy here. So we got the H2, it should be H2 for SEO. And we'll have this about section on the left. We'll get the H2 and we'll copy the font size, which is 42 bold. So font size 42 pixels, font weight 700. Good. Whoa. Oh, I know what happened. So this is a Chrome bug. So this is currently using like San Francisco font, and it's ignoring font weight for font sizes that are too large. So if you want to just fix this quickly, we're gonna switch to Helvetica for now, because there's no good solution to this, actually. Like, there just isn't. No good solution. Except for like using a custom font, which I don't want to do because those load for too long. We'll figure something out later. For now, I don't really mind or care. So let's do also care, what is it called, letter spacing. Just to make it look a little more like what I had over there in Sketch. Because these letters here are a little bit more condensed. Not that much though. Now I think I condensed them too much. So will that work? Let's stick with that. This is good. Okay. So let's style this right here. So one more thing. I think we had like colors here. We got text gray, and I think this is slightly different color. Let me see. Is it? It's slightly different. So let's say gray, light gray, or something like that. I'm not even seeing. Should it be the same color instead? Would that be easier? Would that be easier to work with? Yeah, I think we're just gonna use the same color because they're so similar. So let's just use text gray. So P color text gray, and we'll have to do import. What are the styles? Colors. Good. So font size will be 24. Seems a little too large. That's what it is. And it's regular font weight, which doesn't look, so it doesn't look good with the, it really doesn't look good with this Helvetica new. It just doesn't. I wish I could use Apple system, but it doesn't, it will not look right. What? It looks right now? No, impossible. Okay, so if I add Blink Mac System font, it breaks. What? I don't, what is it? Which font is it using now? Okay, I don't want to deal with this issue right now. I don't know which font it is using at the moment though. Let's compare to Safari. Is it, okay, so is it San Francisco? Yeah, it looks like San Francisco, okay. All right, we'll stick with that. I'm not sure what's going on. I'll have to look it up later. But I had to kill this Blink Max. This will probably break an older version of Chrome. So we'll have to look at that. Let's go to global and let's also reset all paragraphs. Okay, so let's see how much space in between we want here. A little bit more, tiny bit more. So we'll do margin bottom 10 pixels. Yeah, that looks more. So normally if I was working on a real thing for work, I would be measuring my designs like this. I would be basically measuring, well, we have 38 pixels here, and here we have 30. Oh, that was a lucky guess. So normally if I'm working with a designer, I would do all that to make sure I get it pixel perfect. In this case, I'm not doing it because it's my design, so it's my rules. All right, we got some padding here. 20 pixels. Is OBS still? Oh, I'm surprised this guy is still working. Oh my goodness, can you believe it? It looks like I'll even be able to post this, so that's good news. Something's breaking now. Oh no, I just missed the align center. No, something's still not looking right because now I centered them and they're still not centered. So they are centered. Okay, it's not looking right. Strange. Okay. Well, we got this section going. That's pretty cool. So for the newsletter, let's just do a placeholder, a big gray placeholder, and let's come back to it later. And the reason why I want to do it that way is the block thing is going to be more interesting. So, but first, here's something I want to do. I want to abstract my my containers here. So I got, for example, this header here, and it has this max width and margin auto, which is fine for now. But later, when I do responsive, there will be some other rules, or like it's gonna become more complicated. And all I want to do is I want to dry this out. I want to don't repeat myself here. And I could do it using CSS mixin, but it's gonna be more fun if I do it as React component. So we're gonna do a component, and I'm thinking it should be like a lib folder here for things that are like reusable across apps. So we'll call it container, and our container is going to be a good old React component, and the props will be manual. Okay, so it's gonna have a style sheet too. So we'll do container.module.scss. Open that here. We'll do import styles from container.module.scss, and here we'll do container, and just to make sure this works, we'll do border 1 pixel, solid, salmon, just to make sure it works. And now, so instead of saying div header, we'll say container header. We'll import, well actually we'll just import it here automatically. No. Not that type of container. That's it. So container doesn't have a class name yet. We'll add that. Optional. And we'll also have to import class names. And we'll have to do const class name equals props. And here we'll do cx and class name. I've done this 1,000 times before, so being pretty fast here. Let me see if I have class names. I don't, so yarn add class names. Okay. Oh, no, I've already done that. So that works, I think. Did it work? Oh, I think we're missing types. So let's do yarn add dev type / class names. That worked or what? Oh, hold up. --dev. Okay, great. So let's run that. Let's see. Okay, great. That's fixed. So this should be one more thing. We have to render children here. So we'll do that. We'll get rid of this. Okay, we got a container now, and so this should great. So now we can see that this container is being used, but we'll do one more thing. We're gonna define an enum called container size, and it will be medium, and there will be large for now. And so basically here, we're gonna also take a size, which will be container size, and also optional, and we'll make it default to container size dot, I don't know, large maybe, doesn't matter. So for class names, we'll now add styles size. So here we have to say medium, and we have to say large. And now this will be gone from here, and we'll add it here, and max width will be for large, and max width 750 will be for medium. Okay. Okay. All right. So this works the same way I did before, but now that means I can get rid of that. Now that means I can go to my index and I can start working on, well, actually about me is also going to be a container. So it kind of means we can get rid of about me, these guys, and we can use container here instead. Container. Nope. Yep. Let's fix that. All right. So now it's using the large size, which is not what we want. We want to use size is container size, the medium. Okay, perfect. So for the newsletter box, we're gonna use the large size though. So let's add a component here called newsletter for now. Okay. So newsletter, what should we do about it? We're gonna do the background at least. What is this? We're gonna do background for that. And we're gonna do our rounded corners of how many? 6 pixels. Okay, can you see it? I can't see it. It's because we haven't used it yet, so we'll do it here. Okay, perfect. And now we can use the container. And we can use the size has already defaulted to 1000 pixels. So that's already what we want. We're gonna use the height though. It doesn't catch it like that. It's 190 here. Let's go with like 200 just to make it round. Okay, so there it is. It's really hard to, it's kind of hard to see actually, but for now we'll go with that. We need also to add some margin between these, but the margin between them is not gonna be defined on this component. It has to be defined somehow on the index page. So how should we do this? What I'm thinking, like a little, like, so normally, yeah, of course, I would just like add some classes here and I would define some margins for those classes, but I want to make this a little more like composable or whatever. So I'm going to go to my lib and I'm going to add a spacer TSX. And you can, I think you can already guess what this is going to be. It's just going to be a horizontal spacer element. So, oh man, this manual. I will have to change those macros for this project, but didn't get to that yet. Spacer, module at a CSS, and we'll do spacer, and we'll do height of number. Okay, and we'll do what? We'll just do style. And we'll do height equals height pixels. And we can get rid of that, and we can get rid of that. We can do it short, like short version. Get rid of that. Okay, so this looks pretty good so far. We don't even need any style sheet here, I think. We can just say spacer, and let's see how much space we need there. It's gonna be something like, it's not working. Just do it manually. 55. Let's go with 60 to make it a little rounder. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like these numbers being in the React code as opposed to CSS, because when you so like for things like, you know, font sizes, font colors, yes, CSS makes more sense because you have one place with all definitions, but this is that you're like just laying out your page, and you want to look at the code and see how it's laid out. So that makes it really nice. All right, for the newsletter, let's skip it for now. So we'll just leave it empty. We just added it there. And now we finally get to work on the blog, but we're like, I think we're kind of done for today. This has been 35 minutes so far, so I think that's plenty for one video. I'm just gonna do, So for blog, we're gonna have to think a little bit about all these components. I wanna give these some structure. So for example, I wanna like structure them by page, I'm thinking. So like, well, I don't know yet. But like about me and newsletter, they're both only on the landing page, on the main page, on the home page. Layout is kind of everywhere. And I will be adding blog list, which will also only appear on the home page. So it kind of makes sense to group them like that, to do like a, I don't know, like home index. Maybe. Like move this here into home. Can we do that? Yep. And also same thing for newsletter. Okay. I think there are a few things to update. Yeah, okay, so that still works. So also for home, I think we can create the blog. Or like post, actually, with post list.tsx. I'm not sure about the structure, but we'll get to that. The post list also needs to use the container, and in this case, no, not that one. Container from our own app. And in this case, the size of this container will be set to small. Oh, medium. Yep. And going back here, I think we can copy the spacer and use the same height here. So this is getting us somewhere, but like I said, we're gonna wrap it up for now, and I'll come back to this tomorrow or sometime soon. And I'll continue building this landing page, like this whole blog thing, and then separate pages and all that stuff. But the fun part, the important part, is gonna be integrating with Notion, which we didn't get to yet, but we'll get to that next time. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. See ya.